Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to the third webinar in our series, and today inshallah we will be diving into Bitrix24 project management. My name is Hudayfa Nawafli and we represent VAM Consulting, a gold partner of Bitrix24, and we are excited about this journey. I see also some familiar names. That's very good to see those who have been with us from the previous webinar, so welcome to this webinar. I want to remind you that you still can ask questions during the live or during the replay if you are watching this replay. I appreciate those who are with us live. If you can send us something in the chat just to know who you are, where you're joining from as well, that would be good, because I see some anonymous names, so it would be good to know everyone. And let's get started. So as you know, we are on a quest to bring you more information, in fact, about Bitrix24 in a form of webinars. Let me just send something to the chat. Welcome to the webinar. Okay, so we are into this quest to simplify using Bitrix24 as a workspace for companies. We are covering different topics and different subjects, and such as like the CRM, getting started with Bitrix, other topics like using documents in Bitrix, managing customer relations and customer support, and so on. The big idea behind bringing the webinar topics this way to you is to bridge this technical gap between Bitrix24 as a technology and the users. We just want you to become more familiar with the tool, because we believe Bitrix24 is a critical, in fact, component and key element that helps you grow your business, take it to the next level. Okay, let me bring in my screen here as usual, and there we go. Bitrix24 presentation. Okay, so today we are going to dig into the project management of Bitrix and the different use cases that you can use Bitrix to manage not just projects but also regular tasks like daily routines and daily tasks. To start with, as I explained earlier, all of your employees are connected into one platform. Okay, that's the base premise. Let's start from there. So every user, every employee has a user. They have their own username and password. They log into their own unique workspace that is connected with your company. Okay, so from there we can delegate tasks, we can communicate, we can cooperate on tasks, we can get updates on things, we can see project progress, and so on. Now, the module of project management in Bitrix24, or let's say before the module, let's look into tasks and projects in general. There are different kind of tasks that companies, usually encounter. Some tasks are routine tasks, repetitive tasks that you do frequently. And let's say every day there is something that need to be done, and we do it like since the beginning of time. Okay, every week we do the same thing. Every month we do the same thing. So this kind of repetitive tasks, these can be automated. I will show you how. And also there are other kind of tasks that need to be planned. You get into a meeting, and during the meeting there are certain kind of actions that need to be done. Then you delegate these tasks. And there are different type of tasks that can be considered as a workflow, which is like a sequential tasks. Like, in order to get to certain results, you need to start with something, and then once you do it, someone else will do something else, and then once done, and so on, until you receive or reach to the end result, okay, the final component. That's something also can be automated, and we will discuss here in the course of our webinar today. Let me give you first a quick look into the major components of tasks and projects inside Bitrix. I want to start first with the Scrum module. Bitrix comes with a Scrum module for agile project management. And this methodology of project management is common in tech companies, and generally if the project requires discovery, you don't know all the way or all the path forward to reach to certain results. So the Scrum base idea is about deciding, let's say, creating something that's called backlog. Okay, the backlog is like a list of things that you need to do, and then deciding based on priority what should be done first in certain time. So you say, okay, in week 1 we need to do the following, and then you move them from the backlog to something called sprint. Okay, and then you start. Okay, we agreed that we will do these 7 tasks in 7 days. So you look this time period, 7 days, on these tasks only, and then you start working on them. And once they're done, you go back to the backlog at the end of the week and then discover or see what else need to be moved to the next week and so on. So it's a very agile and structured way to encounter projects that has little certainty, or it has like a lot of uncertainties, let's say, okay, because you need to discover. Or you need to prioritize. That's a module available in Bitrix. Another module is the flows. And the flows is kind of tasks that, let's say there is certain kind of task that need to be addressed by a certain department, let's say legal department or accounting department. And instead of, guessing who should do what and what happened with this task and so on, there is a better way to do it that is called flow. And I will show you now how it looks like in a glimpse. And then there is the project management, the beautiful project management part in Bitrix that is that you can work on it as boards, let's say Kanban boards, Gantt charts, create work projects or work groups, checklist for tasks, time tracking for the task just to know how much time it takes to get something done. Task automation, as I mentioned earlier, if there are dependencies in certain tasks to reach to certain results, that's something also can be automated or can be done here. Task templates, if there are certain tasks that you do quite often, but not on a fixed time base. So you can save it as a template. Once you need it, you just one click and then voila, you have the task running. And then integration, API integrations with other platforms that helps you. For example, if you want to send a notification to a client or to update your, let's say, financial system with a trigger that once we complete certain task, we need you to send the invoice or payment link to the client to pay, let's say, for example. So that's one way or one use case for this integrations. Of course, there are a lot of other use cases that can be discovered. So this is the big idea behind Bitrix. Let me go back and okay, let me go back there, and I see something here. Yeah, there we go. This is the other slide. I want to show you the flows before going to the live demo itself. All right, I'm sure you'll love this. Okay. What am I sharing here? Oh, not this slide. Share window, and then this one, share. Excellent. Okay, so how flows work in Bitrix? What's the concept of flows? Okay, let's first see the problem. Okay, what is the problem that we're trying to solve? Let me increase the size of the screen. Let me know, guys, if you can see the screen in the chat, or and you can hear me clearly if there's something. Okay, so this is the problem. All right. Let's say, for example, we have different departments, marketing department, accountant, or other departments, and they need something from the legal department. And let's say we have 3 people working in the legal department. The core idea here is that, let's say, for example, John or Michael or Ahmed or someone here want to send something to the legal, then they will say, okay, do I send it to this one or to the other one? Or to whom should I send such inquiries? If I need someone to review, let's say, for example, a contract, or to give me a feedback or an advice on a challenge that I have with a client and I need legal inputs in that. So to whom should I talk here? Okay, this is like a daily routine thing. This happens every day, right? This is the problem. It happens a lot. Now, the solution to this is using flows. So how does it work? Let me show you, once we integrate or we build the flows, how it should look like. Instead of sending to each individual employees, those different departments can send or run a flow. And the flow, let's call this is the legal flow. And they just send the tasks or write the tasks to the flow, and the flow will take care of distributing these tasks across the legal department or the other department, the support department, or whatever that department is. The beauty about it is that you can identify bottlenecks here and see the progress, see the big picture of the flows, how it's going on, and from there also you can assess the time required to get certain things done. And you can see, like for example, for the similar task, someone takes 1 day to finish it. From the other side, someone else takes 1 week to finish it. And why? And from there, you can find better insights and fix it. Okay, that's the big idea of the flows. Okay, let me now go to the demo and uncover more of Bitrix in general. All right, this is okay. This is the interface of Bitrix24. Okay, this is a demo account we use here just to show you what's going on. So don't panic if you see tasks from 1 year ago or something. That's just for demo purposes. Okay, but this is how it looks like when you go to tasks and projects here inside your Bitrix account. Now, let's first deal with the projects, how you create a project, what is a project, and how it looks like. So from your interface here, you can go to projects, and in there you can see the list of projects. Just create quick projects here. Let's say we have, oh, by the way, there are differences between projects, collabs, and work groups. It's worth mentioning here. Now, projects, that's a choice you go with if you have a start and end time and you don't want any task to be created with a deadline that is outside the time frame. Let's say, for example, I have a project that starts with today's 3rd of May, 2025, and the project should end on 10th of June, 2025. So if you go with the project and you set the start and the end, let's say this is test, and then you set the start and the end of the project, test 2. Okay, you choose, of course, do you want to keep this public or private or hidden? That's kind of access permission. And then from there, you will have more functions or options once you open the project to set the start and the end of the project. Okay, so nobody can create a task with a deadline outside the window of the project. Okay, that's kind of projects. Collabs, you go with this option if you want external users to cooperate with you inside this project. So, for example, if you want the client to have a user to, let's say, to be able to communicate with you inside Bitrix24, to see certain tasks, to give tasks maybe to them, or to receive tasks from them, to receive documents from them, to have a calendar shared for that purpose. So it's kind of collaboration where you bring in third-party stakeholders, like the client, a partner or something, and you give them access only to this project at hand, so they can see what's going on inside this project. And work groups is a more agile, more flexible, in fact. The work group is a good choice if you want to have open-ended relation, let's say, no tasks with restrictions, meaning in terms of deadline. Okay, you don't need the deadline to be restricted to be within certain time period. That's a good approach to go to. So I usually love work groups when it comes to internal projects all the time. So let's go with work group, and let's just call this Bitrix24 demo May 2025. Okay, this is, you can call it anything, by the way. You can call it like the name of the client, a work group, let's say for marketing department, for sales department, whatever. Okay, you can of course change the theme, some patterns here. You can decide what other tools should be connected to this work group, like you want the drive to be connected to the work group, meaning that there will be a dedicated drive to store files, documents, media files, and so on, dedicated only to this group, a calendar for the meetings of this work group or this, let's say, project. chat dedicated, like a group chat, let's say, dedicated for the members of this project, and so on. So we can keep this as with the default. That's nice. Okay, and let's move forward. Now you can choose the level of privacy of the of this work group. Public, that means any employee in the company can just join, view, and join the project and see what's going on. Private, that's only for the members of the group. Nobody else can see it unless they have been approved to join it. So they still can see it in the list of the group of the projects, but they cannot see what's going inside unless they request to join and their request is approved by the project owner. Hidden, nobody can see it without invite. I mean, even inside the list of the projects, it will not be visible to them. So let's go with private. That's the most common scenario here. And then here you get to the team members, who are the people in this group. So there are 3 categories of team members. You have the work group or the project owner, and then a moderator. You can add people to help you. Let's say, let me add, let's say, Andrew as a moderator. And you can add more, by the way. So moderators here can help with task updates, changing names, approving members' requests to join the group, and so on. And then the team, those who are going to work with the development part. So let's choose Ahmed and Nasim, and then let's move in next. So now we have a work group. That's a project, let's say, okay? And this project has its own unique, let's say, assets or features or utilities, whatever you want to call it. So it has its own feed. So this is where you have, let's say, you can share, this is a test feed post to this work group to let you know that we have started working on something cool, and so on, right? Okay. By the way, because Bitrix is a complete platform, so different features can work in different modules. One of them is the Copilot, which is the AI that helps you with writing things. It's like from OpenAI, Microsoft Copilot, okay? So if you need help with fixing the task, like for example, there are spelling mistakes, maybe the task is not clear here, or the announcement, so this is not a task, this is a post. Think of it as a LinkedIn post or Facebook post or something. Announcement to those who are in this group. So you can highlight the text and then ask Copilot to correct the text for you. And now it's correcting and tells you, okay, this is the replacement. You say, okay, replace. And maybe you can ask Copilot to improve it, to explain your idea in a better way. So Copilot here can be, see, this is really nice. Let's replace. So we are thrilled to share something. This is the project overview, and so on, what to expect, and voila, send. So now that's a post inside the feed of this project. So members of this project can come over here. They can interact with it. They can add comments. They can like it. They can share each other. For example, if I want to mention Andrew here, I mentioned myself. So if we can say test, and then there you go. So I have mentioned here Andrew in the feed here. Okay. So this is one way. Now, if I move to the next part, I can see the tasks here. So these are I see there are no tasks here. So I can just click on create a task dedicated to this project, and I say, for example, this is a demo. Oh, by the way, I see here Andrew liked my comment and he mentioned me in something. So we will go back to this in a second. So this is a demo task. We are trying to explain Bitrix24 projects function to our webinar guests. Again, we can ask Copilot to improve it. You see, now I have a co-pilot that helps me writing my tasks, explaining what's going on, right? Summarizing if it is something complicated, okay? And then I can see, from this is the type of the task, the name of the task, this is the description. I can attach files, okay, from my computer, just drag and drop, or I can connect in different drives. I can mention certain employees into the task, and I can change who's the assignee, who should do this task. So I can choose here from the list, let's say Nassim, and then I can decide if this task requires some participants, like someone to help Nassim. So let's choose Ahmed. And I can also set an observer, someone who maybe provides some guidance to them during this task. So let's set Andrew. And then I can choose the deadline when this task should be completed, let's say 6th of May. And then I can ask or make it mandatory for a task summary, meaning that if I click this option here, the assignee in this part, Nassim, cannot close the task without providing a summary of this task, like an outcome, let's say, something that, hey, this is what we did, and this is the final results for review, to write it in the comments. And then if I need more, let's say, governance into these tasks, I can choose from options here that this task required check upon completion. So if I clicked in this one here, I will see that as soon as the assignee in this part, Nassim, clicked complete the task, it will require approval from the person who created the task, which is created by, in this part, or in this instance, it's me. So if Nassim closed the task, I should approve it, accept it or reject it, okay? And then, voila, there you go, task is assigned. So you can see we have here the task. And the rest of the tasks, let's just, clone this task just to show you how things look like when you have multiple tasks in a project. Okay, now I just cloned, okay, task 3, and then maybe I can just change the name of this task or edit it to be 2. Okay, and then there you go. So I have these 3 tasks in this project. And if you notice here, I have different ways to view these tasks, okay? And also, in this little gear icon here, I can choose what I want to see. So for example, if I don't need this, and this to be shown, so it will, just make it simple. Or if I need more information to be shown here, I can see even more things. And when someone from my team incorporate or let's say interact with any of these tasks, I receive a notification. And also I see here, one comment. If I clicked on that, it will show me only the tasks that has a comment. And if I clicked on it, I will see here a comment from Andrew. So Andrew, I believe you are with us live, right? So that's why you're interacting nicely. So it's good to have you. So I have a comment from Andrew here, and I can maybe like it, reply to it, attach a file. I have, let me show you how I can do that. I have a simple PDF here. Let's say sample. Yeah. Okay. So if I want, for example, to share a document with Andrew about this task, I can just drag it and drop it from my computer. So there you go, like this. And then I have this document. This is the plan. And then send. And there you go. We have a thread to discuss these tasks. No need to call Andrew. No need to send him WhatsApp message. No need to check for Nassim here, I mean. No need to send email and look into my inbox to try to find what happened to this and that thing. See, yeah, nice sketch. Okay. So everything lives in here. That's very beautiful. Interaction way, okay? Way to interact with the tasks. Now let's go back to the task. You see here, there is this little search filter thing. So it shows me tasks in progress and tasks that requires attention with comments. So if I remove this filter, it will show me the tasks that are in progress. Now I can see it as a list, and also I can see it as a Kanban. And in the Kanban, I can see where these tasks are. I can just move the tasks, some here and there, and I can also change or let's say add extra steps. Let's say, for example, if this is a stuck phase, meaning that, okay, task 2 is in stuck phase, meaning that, all right, we have a problem here. So once it's moved here, we can set some automations to do something, like, for example, to notify the project manager. Any task moved to stuck, project manager should be notified immediately to address what's going on, okay? And so on. So let's say, for example, that this task here is finished. I will finish this task in the place of Nassim. Or you know what, Andrew, I will change you to be the responsible person, okay, in these tasks. And please finish it from your end, just to see or to show how it looks like to approve the tasks. So Andrew now will finish this task. As you saw, I just change the responsible or the assignee with one click. It's really easy. It's not that complicated. So when Andrew finish or close this task, this is a demo task that has no number, we will receive a notification, and the let's say the status of this task will be moved or changed to pending review, so to accept or to reject. Okay. Okay, Andrew added a comment, and also this task is closed. So I see Andrew has closed the task here, and the name, or let's say the status changed here to pending review. So if I open the task here, I will see that I can, Andrew is an admin, I think, because he's an admin. It's fine. Yeah. So I see here, Andrew has completed. It's done. And I can see here is that I accept it as completed or return for revision. If I click return for revision, he will receive a notification and with my comments here, like why I'm returning this. Or if it was accepted, I'll just say accepted, and I will say thank you and move on. So now if I go back to the project board, it disappeared. You see, it's no longer here. Why? Because I have a filter here to show me only the tasks that are in progress. If I remove this filter, it will show me the task that also has been completed. I'll just move it to finished. Okay. If I go back to list view, same story. I will see the task with no filters here. I'll see that this is done. It's closed. But if I ask Bitrix to show me only the in progress tasks, it will only show me these two tasks, and so on. So this is the, let's say, the difference between these two different or two distinct view types of tasks. There is another view, which is the deadline, to show me the tasks based on their deadline, meaning what is overdue, what is due today, and what's due next week, and so on. So as you see, because we have set the deadline for these tasks to be on 6th of May, it is showing me that this will be due on next week. Let's change the deadline here to make it, yesterday. All right, this will be overdue. So it immediately moved to overdue with 16 hours delay. And let's change this to today. Yeah, and it will move to due today. So this is a nice way for your team members to know what they should do today, where they should spend their time, if there are overdues, where they should focus on to start with, and so on. This is a good way to help them plan their day. And there is a planner view, and that's where each user get to decide how they want, let's say, to work on their tasks. So this is like not planned, this is planned this week, this is planned today, okay? And let's say, okay, you open your system in the morning, you decide what you will work on today, like first 15 minutes in the morning, you just, move the task that you will work on here. And then you have a laser focus place, like just looking to this column here. These are the things. This is my checklist, let's say, for today. That's your focus. So this is a nice way also to view tasks. And there is calendar view. And that's, again, another way to view your tasks is to see it in the calendar. So it will show you like, all right, this is May 2025. And apparently these are the tasks that we have in progress. these two tasks. One is yesterday, which is overdue, and one is tomorrow. So you can click the task and you still interact with it the same way. Again, that's a nice way to accommodate, different, because see, Bitrix is designed in a way that works with your personality, with the way you like to think. It's really customizable to meet the individual need of each employee, each user. Some people like to see it in a calendar. That just makes more sense to them, while other people would like to see it in Kanban. So every user gets to decide how they want to see the tasks. At the end of the day, we are all connected to the same tasks. It doesn't matter how each of us decide to see it. And there are, dashboards or interface that helps me pay attention to what's going on. Like, for example, when there is an overdue task, you see here, 0 or number 1 here with red, that tells you, hey, there is an overdue here. So if you click in the overdue, it will only show the tasks. See, the filter has added. Let me just remove it and add it back. So if you click on overdue, it will only show you the tasks that is overdue. And this way, oh, okay, that's where I need to start with. So with just a quick look, you can know where you should spend your time. Okay, and there's, of course, the popular, beautiful Gantt chart that most companies love to show you tasks in a Gantt chart, and maybe you can draw dependencies between them and so on, right? Delete it, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, delete. Okay. So, by the way, for Gantt charts to work properly, there should be a start and end task. So let's open this task, for example, here, and let's go to the edit. And to have the Gantt chart function better, we need to add the time planning part, which is the task start time and the task finish time. So let's say, for example, this task we should start working on this task on 5th of May, and it should finish on 7th. Let me change the deadline to 7th just to make more sense of that. Save. And let's also change this one to be, first let's change the deadline to 10th, and then let's assign the start 7th to 10th and save. And let's add one more task here to the flow, just to make it more convenience. Just click copy, and then this will be task 4. Oh, I should have changed something else. Okay, and then let's edit, and then let's make the deadline 15, and let's put the start. So this is the deadline. The start goes instead of from 5, make it 10, and finishes on, okay, save. All right, and then let's refresh here, and you'll see here that you have this beautiful Gantt chart that shows, okay, the overlap between these tasks and this. And you can also change the deadline or the timeline of the projects from here right away. Just, click this and move it and so on. All right. Or maybe you want this to be finished earlier, or and so on. So you can change. See, you have the time pace to plan the task with the deadline here. So it's just, you don't need to pass the deadline. All right. That's a red flag. If this is going to be finished on 17th, that means no, we are a few days behind the deadline. That's wrong. So again, it's a really nice way to gamify the project management. Okay, and you still have all the same functions, right? You still have all the same functions with the tasks. You can still open any task and work with it, or finish it, accept it, and so on. Let's say, for example, we need to discuss a certain task in let's look into this task number 4, for example, okay? So in this task, these are the stakeholders, the person who created the task, the assignee, the participants, and the observers. So let's say we need to discuss this, and we want to have a quick call just to see what's going on. So with one click here, you can click here and make a video conference call with all the assignee, or let's say the stakeholders, or you can make it to a voice call if you don't want video call, or you simply can click and open a chat, and it will open a chat for you and will add the members here of the task. They are in this chat, and you can say anything. Hello. Let's see here why we are running into this problem. Maybe we need to change X to Y. Andrew, what do you think? Okay, and I see here Andrew has started to interact with me. And this is beautiful, you see? So, by the way, Andrew, next time you should be with me live on this webinar, right? It's even better when we have both discussions working on this together. Yeah, see, Andrew has said, okay, let's do a connection between this. Let's show a connection between tasks. Okay, all right. So Andrew has a suggestion. Let's go back to the task and let's show the connection between them. Meaning how I can draw a connection between these tasks. Meaning what? Meaning that this is a link. That means this task. Well, technically this should be here, if that's the case. Now, yeah, this is the connect. Okay, has been changed. This is the blah. Okay, yeah, these are updates because when I did this change, let me delete this. Okay, let me move the deadline back for this task. Okay, and let me move this forward, and let's draw a connection between this task and this task. Okay, so that means when this task is done, the output of this task should be used as an input for this task. Okay, let's say that's the core premise. Now, how it will look like here, if you, let's say refresh, and let's open this task 3. Okay, and I can see here that the previous task that is required for me to finish this task is this task. So it became like a parent task. So if I open it like this, it will open the other one. And I know that whatever inputs from this task here, I should use in this task. Or maybe it's a matter of time frame. Maybe I don't need really an input from here, but I can't just start with task 2 without finishing task 1 and so on. So this is one way you can show the connection between tasks. And if you move to list, you will notice that we still have that that kind of connection. Okay. There you go. Previous task that need to be done is this one. So we have a connection here. Okay. And let's back again to the Gantt chart. Now this is how we play with tasks inside the work group or inside the projects. Okay. Of course, there are limitless use cases because it's a tool for you to run your business. So the more creative you are with the way you work, well, the more use cases you will find while working on your projects, on your tasks. For example, if we say, oh, this task is the plan to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and that's too much, you can reduce the time. Oh, sorry. You can reduce the time and just say, okay, this will just need only 1 day to finish, and that's all. And you can, and immediately, if you open the notifications here, it will show you that this task has changed. The planned start date has changed from 2nd of May to 4th of May. That's the start date. It has changed. So I receive the notification right away. And the same story here. If I want to change, say, okay, this is also too much. So let me reduce the time required to start with, let's say, sorry, to do the task. So I will just need only 1.5 days for this. And the deadline should be moved to 9. And once this is done, you will also receive a notification showing you that the change has been reflected, and right away. Okay. Again, there are different ways also. I believe worth mentioning here is to navigate through your task, like to see what's going on or who did what. So let's go back to list view, okay? And from the filter here, you can add more search filters. Like for example, you can look to the tasks by the level of participation you have in the task. Like, are you the assistants, like, or is it set by you? Just show me all the tasks that I have assigned. If you click like this, it will show you the list here. Maybe you just want to see the tasks that are in stuck mode or in progress only. So you can just also filter and see by that. Status, something that is, show me only the task that has completed and just remove everything else, for example. Only just the completed, and search. And now it will show you only these two tasks because these are the only two tasks that has been completed. But what if you need more, let's say, search filters? It's really simple. Just click in here, add field, and then you say, okay, I need to find tasks based on assignee. Just I want to see the responsible person. Okay, so assignee. And then from here, choose who is the assignee. So for example, I only need the task that is assigned to Andrew. Search. And I will see there is nothing here. But we know that we have assigned something to Andrew. Why I don't see anything here? That's because I have another filter to show me only the tasks in progress. And Andrew has completed his task. So if I remove the in progress filter, it will show me the task that Andrew has completed. And this is it. It's created by me. Assignee is Andrew. And I can still see the history of the task. The beautiful thing about this as well is that you keep a track record history of all these tasks. So if I move to the history tab here, I can see all the updates that happen in these tasks. Like this task was created on 3rd of May, sorry, at 11:27. It's created by Hudayfa. I moved to from in progress to stage by Hudayfa. So I can see here all the updates. Who, like for example, this task, sorry, was created here, yeah, by Hudayfa, and then there was a comment here by me, and then the stage moved from new to stuck, and then Hudayfa did change of the assignee, moved it from Nassim to Andrew, and then observer added from Andrew to Nassim, and so on. Okay, and then there is a comment here from Andrew. If I click on that, I will see the comment here, and this is the comment is a system has accepted, or it's a like finish the task and requires approval. So this is a beautiful way to get rid of statements such as, I don't know, nobody told me, I didn't see this, I was not aware, all these nonsense excuses that might come from some of your employees. It will be something from the past. Why? Well, simply because there is a record here. Everything is tracked. And also, we can, if you want to activate that, you can check the time required or it took to finish this task. And that happens. Let me show you how it works. If I just go to other task, let's say task 4, and if I want in the task settings to enable time tracking, time tracking. If I click just on more here, I will see time tracking. Okay, and then I want to enable the time tracking. Let's say this should be 5 hours 0 minutes. So that's, say, my goal for this task. Like we know that this task shouldn't take more than 5 hours. So when the assignee here, in our case Nassim, comes to the task and starts the time tracking, just click on Start Time Tracker and goes work on the task, whatever thing. So once you finish working, you come over here and say finish, or pause if you still need some time. Like say, for example, I worked for 1 hour. And then I said, okay, I just need to take a break or something. Then I will pause. And then I go take my break or work on something else, and then come back here and start the time until the task is finished. And when you say finish, in time tracking, okay, you can see how much time it took. Oh, I just need to get it back here. task 4, time lapse. It will show you the time, okay, and any comments related to the time. And then if you forgot to add some time, like for example, I worked on this, started from at 9 and finished at 11, but I forgot to look that, then I'll just need to say that, okay, and then write a reason. Forgot to look this time, and then and you see here that there is a flag that now this has been added manually, so it needs to be approved or accepted or not accepted, and so on. Okay, so that's again more advanced way to work with tasks in general. But let's look into something more beautiful even, okay, which is the ecosystem of the project. So this project has its own calendar. So if there are meetings dedicated for this project, okay, let me just from the settings here, sorry, from the calendar, I don't want to show tasks, okay. So in the calendar here, we can have, plan some meetings. So let's say review, project review, and we want this to be from, I don't know, like 12:30 to 1:30. I can move on and I can see the participants, okay, and then let's just click. Oh, if I want full editor here, which is to invite other people also, I can do so, okay. But anyway, it's by default inviting all the people who are in the work group. So let's just click save, and now an invitation has been sent to a meeting that is on the 7th of May at 12:15 in the afternoon. And if I open the group here, I can see the invitees, and I can see who is attending. This is me for now, and who declined and who has been invited. This is Andrew. When Andrew confirms attending, I will see his name here, and so on. So this is a nice way to also keep project meetings organized. And similarly to the task itself, we can also comment on this meeting. We can during the meeting, we can do the meeting just right in here. Just click voice call or video call or conference call, and I immediately get into the meeting. See, I see Andrew is confirmed, so I'm attending. Oops, and I can see also here that Andrew has joined, and I can write, okay, great meeting. It's whatever, okay, and then send. So this is a comment. Similarly, or to the comments that we have done in the tasks itself as well, okay. And I see here that Andrew is now attending, and I can see if someone declined. I can see it like so, okay. That's a good function inside the project management inside Bitrix. There is also the Drive. That's a really nice feature. So this is where we can, share folders or documents related to this project. So if I want, for example, let me drag this from my computer and then upload. Oops, sorry. Close. And then there you go. I have this document. Or maybe I can just, add Google documents, okay, or Microsoft documents, and so on, or even I can use the document itself from Bitrix. Bitrix itself has a document processor, local word processor like Microsoft Word. So we have doc, we have slides, and we have also sheets. So let me show you how that can work. So, oh yeah, of course, you can create folders like this is, let's say, project plan. Sorry. And that's a folder, and I can move things inside the folder. It's just open the folder, see what's inside, create another folder, and so on. Go back to Drive. It's as if you are, working with regular folders, kind of things. You can also add a file from your computer just by drag and drop, and you can, just create a document. Oh, I don't want to open here. Okay. It requires me to open my other windows. I don't want to do that, but again, this is a document. So similarly, as I mentioned, when you work with with any Word document. So just this is a document, but because I'm working with Bitrix now from the web browser, it's not convenient. I need to have the desktop application. But anyway, it's similar story. Okay, to working with any documents, Google Docs if you want to, Microsoft 360 and 365 and so on, or offline documents, not just like the online, maybe also offline documents. Okay, so that's the drive. You can also see conversations or chat related to this group. So for example, if I want to open the chat that is decided or let's say dedicated for this group, I can see it here and I can see the members and I can write anything related to the group here and so on. So this is the projects inside Bitrix, okay? But let's look into tasks, okay, generally, because now, as I mentioned, we have tasks and we have projects. So if we go to tasks, it will show you all the tasks from different projects, maybe. Yani for example, when we open this this project here and we created the tasks inside this project, we were only looking to this particular project tasks only. But if I want to see the system-wide tasks, like my tasks maybe from other projects, or other tasks that does not belong to a certain project, maybe something internal, then I can find it inside tasks and projects like so. And I can see everything here, okay? And same story, I can filter these tasks according to deadline, according to assignee. Let's say, for example, if I want to see the tasks that has been assigned to Andrew, and I can see Andrew has these tasks only in progress. And I can open here and see these are, this tasks, it requires certain something, and if this is finished and so on, close the task, and like so. Similarly, also I have a quick look to know what is pending, where my attention should go, and so on. So if I remove the filter here and just keep to the in progress, I see that there are 28 tasks in general that is overdue. And me, as a user here, I have a stake in these tasks, meaning that it's either I'm responsible to do the task, or I created the task, or I'm participants, I have any stake in whatsoever. So that's why I receive notifications about it. So if I clicked on this number here, 28, and removed the in progress filter, it will show me the tasks that are overdue. And I can see, oh, all right, these tasks are overdue. And from there, I can do the atata action, which is, hey, create urgency. Atata is a signature of Andrew to express when, things get, will require some attention, right? Let's just do it this way. Okay. So I can see that there are these tasks, and then I need to see why they are overdue and so on. But again, this is a test or a demo account. That's by design or on purpose. We have these things here. From the other side, I can see that there are two tasks, or let's say there are two comments in some tasks, meaning that someone commented on a task that I have a stake in. So if I clicked on the comments here, I can see that this task has two comments. If I open it here, I will see that the task is from Ahmed. He said update, and then he closed the task. All right, and then I say, all right, since I saw the comments here, now system knows that I saw it. So if I click back, it's removed, no longer there. Why? Because it's a comment, it just requires me to see it. If there is a reply required, I should have replied. If not, that's all right? It's easy. So if I remove the filter back again, it will show me all the tasks, regardless of the status or the thing, that I have a stake in. It doesn't mean that every user will see all tasks. You only see the tasks that you are that you have a stake in, okay, as a participant or something like that. So if I go back to in progress, okay, now I see the tasks that are in progress and so on. And if I need more filters, I can, change filter. Like for example, tags. Let's say we use tags, okay? And I need a tag that says, for example, social media, or a tag that says legal, or a tag that says X client name. And and we assign this tag to certain tasks. Then I see, okay, show me all tasks that has this tag. Search. There you go. None of them. Okay, but how do you assign a tag to a task? That's a good question. Let's open this task here. Let's go to edit, and then let's add a tag to this. So you see, if you click on more here, you can see tags. Okay, and I can say, all right, let's give it a tag like hashtag. All right, or let's create a tag. Demo. There is no tag that is called demo, so I will just say, okay, create it, and then save. Oops, save. Now, if I go back here and search by tag, which is demo, yeah, there you go, search. Now it shows me this task that has this tag. So again, it's a nice way to find things, because when working with team, things get overwhelming very quickly, right? A lot of stuff that needs to be done, a lot of things are going on, and it is easy to lose focus, so that's how you can find things. More creative ways can, of course, be done in that matter. So, for example, if I want to add a tag from here, like without opening the task, or go to edit and so on. So from here, I can just click on add, and then I can search the tag or view tags, and I can see all the tags and then assign it to certain tasks. So that's, again, another way. So, for example, this one has all these tags, view tags, and so on. All right. So some tags that says these are my tags as an individual. Some of them is project-based tags, like certain projects for tags only. I see Andrew has left us a comment here. Where did you write this comment, Andrew? He is, let's open. Yeah, he sent me a message here, you see. Let's show and explain efficiency. All right, let's do that. Okay, efficiency is a nice way to understand the performance. That's reporting. Oh, a lot of stuff in reporting. We literally can keep talking about each function in Bitrix for, let's say, hours and hours and hours, and there are a lot of things to add all the time. So let's try to, focus on two things here, and then wrap up the webinar, because we need you guys to come back to us. We need you to ask us questions. We need to meet you in person and help you build and customize the solution or Bitrix for your business. So now efficiency. So with each employee, if you open their profile, you can find something here at the top. It says efficiency. If you click on efficiency, it will tell you, based on certain reporting time, let's say current month, we are on May, it will tell you the efficiency of this employee is 11% or certain percent. So how it is calculated, how it works, it takes the number of tasks that is in progress and the number of tasks with objections, like it has overdue or rejected or returned or something, and the task that has been completed, and do this little model. This is the model, it is 100 minus objections divided on total tasks in progress multiplied by 100. So it will tell you the efficiency score by 100%. So this is a nice way and unbiased way, in fact, to tell the efficiency of employees. So this is, for example, my efficiency in this demo account. Let's look into Andrew's efficiency. If I open his profile here and go to efficiency, I see, Andrew's doing better than me, a little better. So I was 11 and Andrew is 25, because Andrew has 4 tasks, 3 of them with objections, 2 completed, and we can see the curve of efficiency for Andrew for the current month. If I want to see the past month, okay, last 30 days, or let's say last 60 days, I'll see Andrew's efficiency is 11% in these last 60 days. Why? Because so on. And you can see here the pattern and the spikes and of the efficiency. And this is a very helpful tool to help you understand the balance and the work, let's say the workload of your employees, and to determine, let's say, their up moments. Like, for example, on 18th of April, the efficiency was, better. So you go back to Andrew and see what happened in his life on that day. what was the good things that happened, and let's keep that going on. All right, here, oh, this is 30% on 3rd of May. So what happened on 3rd of May, and so on. So this gives you a good visual, inputs into address and improve the work. Okay, now Bitrix24 comes with also reports when it comes to tasks and projects. So I'm in tasks and projects, and there is BI Builder here, okay? And I can see some BIs. This dashboard, this is not built, okay? This needs customization again, but this is a beautiful way to dig into some insights into the project management, okay, in general. There is efficiency, by the way, not just based on per the employee, but you can look into the workload and efficiency. That's a BI builder. This is the first time we run this dashboard because this is a demo account again. It will take some time to load. Let's just keep it loading in the background, and let's look into my workload and efficiency. That's again another dashboard. It will take some time to load because this is again the first time to run it. It will need to take all these data sets and visualize it. Flows, we haven't configured any flows, so you will not see anything there. Efficiency, that's again the efficiency of my efficiency. Again, it's like similar to the one that we have in the profile, but in a bigger dashboard. Okay, if we go to reports, okay, let's go to tasks and projects, and reports. Let me project reports, menu items, time reports, work reports. Okay, let's look into this. Okay, this is still populating. Okay. Yeah, this is a CRM report. I think this is lead report. This report is related to the CRM. We don't want the CRM. Let's look into the second one. Oh, sorry, I already looked at the second one. Reports. Okay, what about the first one? Yeah, okay. So in projects, more reports. Yeah, there you go. Let's just do it the other way. By the way, I have a habit when I try to find a function that's not there, I just click on the search and find it. But to access reports, you just go to tasks and projects, and from more, you can see here reports. If this is something frequent that you always like to look to, you can just configure the menu item, move it up, say, all right, I want this here, and then finish. And then you always have it here. So that's report. Again, you can adjust the system as per to your liking. So these are ready reports, and you can customize or create more reports. So for example, if you want to see the reports for task of this month, so click in there, and it will give you this report. Like these are the assignees, these are the tasks, this is the status of each task, the priority, and so on. And you can filter here. You wanted this one, that week, and so on. Do you want the group tasks also? Do you want the report for only certain employee? Like, for example, I need the tasks for Hudayfa and for the project that only this project. Okay, and then apply, and it will show you the tasks here. So this is only Hudayfa. And if I want it to only this project here, I see that there is no tasks assigned to me in this project. So I can just remove the filter and apply. And there you go, I have it. And this is my report, and I can export it to Microsoft Excel, and then send it or share it or work on it the way you like. If you go back to reports, you can have other kind of reports here, or you can customize a report. Just add a report and then give it a name, demo report, add a description, whatever, describe it, and then what is the period that you want to look into, like last X days, or let's say this month or whatever. And then, add columns. What do you want to add? Do you want, let's say, for example, a task that shows you the planned duration and the time spent on the task and the score of this task. And okay, that's all. So I need these fields. I need these columns. And you can sort them by priority or by name or whatever you like. Okay, and then limit the results to all conditions or any conditions to certain ID or maximum times items, so per report, like 100 or something. And then you want to share this report with certain employees. Like, I want this report to run every month and go to Andrew. And Andrew has the ability to read, okay, this report, not to manipulate it or change something. He just can read it and then create a report. And then that's all. If I go back to reports, I will see there is a report that says demo report. And if I click on that demo report, it has the configurations that I decided. And I can also, of course, change things here. Okay. I think that's pretty much what we can share so far. Oh, Andrew has sent something here. Okay. He sent me a link to the, oh yeah, he received the report anyway, so that's why he can. Oh yeah, sorry. Andrew was trying to help me find the reports. Okay, so thank you, Andrew. I found it. Okay, excellent. So let me stop sharing, bring in my screen back. Show connection between tasks. Yeah, and okay, so I wasn't looking to the chat. So that's a helpful, by the way, that's why these webinars should be done by 2 or more hosts, let's say, not just me here speaking. So it would be really good if we have you with us live next time, Andrew, and start bringing also our team into this, so we can help each other in the moderation and the chats and so on. So that's it for our webinar today. I want to remind you of something, which is, before we wrap up, 1 second, that our next webinar is going to be on, there you go, this is the screen. Okay, so our next webinar, this is the current webinar, today's webinar. You see that it's passed already, so it's now 12:07, it's around 1 hour or so. So our next webinar is going to be on omni-channel support for Bitrix24, and it will be on 17th of May. And you can register from this link. Let me send the link to the chat. By the way, just to confirm, if you are watching this webinar on a replay, like if you are watching the recording of the webinar, you still can share questions in the chat, and your comments or questions in the chat will be sent to us, and we will get back to you. We either answer you by returning email or call, or addressing your question in the next webinar. So our next webinar will be on 17th of May on omnichannel, and you can register from the link that I shared in the chat. And also our next week webinar, that will be in Arabic as well. It will address the same topic. It will be 6 days from now. And again, it will be on 10th of May. And we will address project management in Bitrix, but we will use Arabic. In Arabic, the language of instructions will be Arabic. So if you would like to share that webinar with a colleague as well, this is the registration link for the Arabic webinar. And from there, you can also join us in this webinar. All right, so these are the 2 links that I shared with you. Now, the last link that I believe is helpful, which is if you need a meeting with us, then this is the link where you can request for a meeting or for a demo or for a proposal, and our team will get in touch with you and schedule a meeting. We can meet you in person if you are in the UAE, or we can meet over Zoom, of course, if you are in anywhere in the world. That doesn't matter, right? Okay. Bitrix24 is a beautiful tool that helps you get your business in place, get your business better. It helps you connect everything, as you have seen, in one beautiful dashboard where your business can grow and just feel the control of. Not the control, maybe the peace of mind, let's say, that's nothing is messy, nothing bad is going to happen. The sky will not fall, right? Because things are in control. The team is collaborating, connected. Things are in place, in order. That's a beautiful business. That's a business. That's a business, right? It's not a hectic experience. It's not a marathon. It's not a survival battle, but that is a business with Bitrix24. We really love Bitrix24. We hope that you share the common view with us with Bitrix24. and wish you the best. So again, don't hesitate to reach out to us if you need any help with customizing Bitrix as explained, and we are always available here to support you. Thank you, and see you next week. Take care. Bye.